Hello, here's the audio for my PowerPoint for Assessment 3. My name's Scott Jesty, obviously, and this is my Designing Teaching Learning Situations exercise. For this project, I have created two types of exercises to help instruct safety in the woodshop at my school. The first exercise that I did was a spot the problem in the photo type of exercise. I took a picture of me doing some terrible, unsafe work in the wood shop. Here are the pictures. Here's pic one of me doing all these terrible things in the shop. I had a friend of mine take the picture of me. The pic two is with the mistakes shown. So here I circled all the various infractions that I did while doing this task. The students then made a list of the mistakes found. One was improper shoes, loose articles hanging off the neck, no ear protection, no eye protection, no hard hat, and arms crossed while cutting and in the path of the blade. When I showed the students this, most of them caught all the obvious ones right away. The one that was really left out was the arms crossed, and more than that was the loose articles hanging off the neck. This, like I said in my PowerPoint and my assignment, it's kind of a reinforcement of stuff. They often wear jewelry and whatever else that they're not supposed to be using by the saws. So it's kind of a, like I said, a kind of a reinforcement of what they're not supposed to be doing. Here's the eventual picture of me doing everything properly. This gained a few laughs in the class as we did it. Here I am wearing CSA certified boots. I have proper noise protection, wearing safety glasses. I have a hard hat on. I lost all my necklaces and my loose fitting jewelry. My hands are placed properly on the saw, and of course using proper action stance, which again got some laughs out of it. My next little project was to create a very simple, straightforward Kahoot that I could do with my class. I got all their phones hooked up and we fired it up and got it going. Here are my first two questions. Pretty silly questions. Should you always wear safety glasses in the shop? Obviously yes. And a true or false long-term noise exposure is bad for your hearing. Again, these are simple principles that I constantly reinforce. The hearing especially. I've definitely have damage from my hearing in the shop, and I tell my students all the time, if you're 17 years old, you shouldn't have to deal with impaired hearing later on in your life. It's very simple. Wear earplugs, guys. Here's two more questions that I had. One concerning cross-cutting on a table saw, which is another issue I deal with all the time. And long hair, whether it's girls or boys. There's a lot of mops in my groups, and it should be attached properly. Again, anything hanging over the saw is something very dangerous. Here's two more regarding bracelets and work boots mandatory in the shop. Relatively straightforward. Here is questions 7 and 8. You can see I've added some kind of silliness, which I find helps. It's kind of a boring subject matter, so it helps to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of character. This one's while waiting for a machine. The next one, should you wait for a machine to power down before adjusting it? We have saw stop saws at our school. Very often the students will touch the blade with their tape as the machine's powering down and pop the saw stop thing. So. Here are the two last ones. Keeping my two hands on the tool at all times. This is a basic one, especially when they're using chisels. Most of our accidents in the wood shop are from students not keeping two hands on the chisel, having one hand working as a clamp. The chisel slides off the piece and stabs them in the hand and causes an injury. Last but not least is, should I unplug a tool while adjusting or changing blades? We change bits in routers quite often and blades in skill saws and jigsaws. So of course we try and reinforce the idea that unplug it, power everything down before you do any kind of maintenance. Last but not least is the link to the Kahoot online if you would like to try it. I think it goes till almost the end of January, so if you want to check it out. Pretty much how it went, I split the group into 4 teams. We did the challenge together. It proved to be lots of fun, and I plan on using this Kahoot and adding to it. I only did 10 questions for the exercise. I think I could probably easily add another 10 more, a little more involved, a little more in-depth. But it's something that I definitely like using. In my assignment, explain that I usually do Kahoots at the end of the day when the students are kind of tired and fed up. It gives them a chance to actually use their phone for something fun and positive, and usually they go quite well. Anyways, that's the end of my assignment. Thank you very much. And that's about it. I don't know if you're going to read this over Christmas or not, but I added a little Christmas flair to it. So thank you, stay safe, and thank you very much for the course. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.